Dave, is there a chance we can move the studio from underneath the dock pound?
I don't know, Orb. All I have money for is for coffee and donuts.
I'd rather move the studio. Dave, could you come out here? You have to introduce the show.
Okay, I'll be right there.
Excuse me, I have to go get a pooper scooper. I think I stepped in some. Ew.
It's this Justin News Comedy Club show with your very special guest stars, Debbie Bazza, Walter Gottlieb, David Parsons, Don Davis Womack, Miss Meike, and your headliner, Carmiya. And now, without further ado, the master of ceremonies, the man who's one letter short for being an auto membership cub, please welcome Aaron! Yay! Yay! Oh, I'm supposed to go? Oh. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being part of the show. Hey, what do you know? It's another Saturday night. We're here. I think I'm spotlighted. I hope everybody can see me. Yay! All right. Oh, it's been a week, hasn't it been? Oh, I mean, it's been a great week, hasn't it? It's the second week into this 2021, and I just already want, more than my money back. I want to know who set this one up. That's all I want to know. Come on, didn't we have enough fun the last year? Why do you have to add more to it? I don't like the sequel. Let's get this over with. All right. I hope you guys had great gifts for Christmas. I really do. I got a new razor for Christmas. It cut me like a knife when I read the inscription. Don't take too much off the top. Really? Really? I don't understand. And if you notice, I do wear a watch. I've worn a watch since I was 6, 5:30. Oh, work's been kind of rough lately, though. I've been doing busy work because we're waiting for a job to start, and I'm always scared of losing my job. That's why I've been sleeping on it so I don't forget where it is. Oh. I don't know about you guys, but my diet for 2020 really got bad. But a couple years ago, I did do a diet to get thin, and it worked. On my hair, and my wife's patience. I'm pretty sure some people here have kids, and for me, I have a stepson. And he's 18. He just did get his license. When my stepson drives my car, I worry people will recognize me in the car. Oh. Anyways, that was some of my jokes for the night. But I have a some great comics that will keep you laughing tonight. And they're awesome comics. And I want to welcome this first comic from New York City, not Old York City. Please welcome Debbie Bazza, everybody. Woo, 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 woo.
Thank you. I'm having a rough start. I didn't get my background and my lights going on and off. I feel like I'm in the middle of a blackout. Was it 5 minutes tonight? I didn't remember. 5? Will I get a light? It's 5 and I get a light, right? Okay, great. I feel like I'm on Jeopardy. I have to hold this in my hands, okay? But we're live. Thank you so much for having me. What a great night I'm having. Really, it gave me something to do today. I figure, I got to get dressed and put a little makeup on. People are going to see me. I don't know how COVID is over there, but COVID's not that great here. Not that great. I was trying to date. I'm on dating sites. I'm not doing too good. I meet cheap creeps. I gotta be honest with you.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. The first guy wants to take me out to the park in his neighborhood. I'm saying, you gotta be kidding. I gotta park across the street. I'm not traveling to you, you cheap creep. I really. This guy takes me out to McDonald's. I don't know if you have McDonald's in Europe, But I don't mind. McDonald's coffee's good if it's fresh. What bothered me was when I got there, he had 2 little cups, like 2 little senior citizen cups. I wouldn't drink it. What kind of crap is this? You have to it gets worse. It gets worse. Now they want to go out. Now that we're in a lockdown, what's the matter? Nobody else is going out. Now you remember me? I'm not going out with you. That's why I got a puppy. I lost 2 puppies. I lost 2 of my dogs. They were older in a week, and I was lonely. I was lonely. And I got a puppy. She's a puppy from hell, but she's company. They think depression wasn't so bad, but I have her now. What am I going to do? She a rescue? Was she a rescue? No, she rescued me. What do you think? They got these little toy poodles just walking around in the Bronx on every corner. Make you laugh. I'm divorced Bronx style. I'm up here. My ex is downstairs. It's so bad. We're so lonely. He comes up every once in a while just to argue with me. I can't believe it. If you knew how miserable I was right now between the ring light going on, I had to put safety pins to get this damn sheet on here. My daughter had to put it up for me, and personally, I like my kitchen look better with the wooden cabinets. I mean, I'm a housewife from the Bronx, in between husbands. That's my look. With the sheet, I could do without it. And then with the light from the lamp, it looks like it's too. Oh, please! And here we go again with the. I have any parents here? I have 2 daughters. I love them both. I do anything for them. They're my heart. I do anything for either one of them. I do a little more for one, but basically I do anything for them. I gotta say, raising them was not easy. Those 2 almost killed me growing up. They were always fighting and screaming. One morning they're beating each other up for the last pair of school socks. They wore uniforms. I just walked out of the room. I said, you know what? Let the stronger one live. I don't care. I'm trying to drink my coffee to get ready to walk them to school. I got to have this problem in the morning. I don't like problems. I don't like issues. Then they're always telling me, I'm running away. I'm going to run away. I'd say, sweetheart, I would reassure them. I say, sweetheart, you don't have to run away. I'll get the car and take you wherever you want to go. And take your sister with you, like my own room. Your father's snoring's keeping me up all night. Isn't that the worst, trying to sleep? Not now, Skylar. Okay, thank. Isn't that the worst, trying to sleep with a snorer? You have that little window in between to fall asleep. Right, he bought the no snore spray and the no snore tape for his nose. Even got the no snore pillow. I wish this light would come on. It kind of works, but you got to put it on his face and holds it down, you know? Well, thank you very much. I had a great time. I had a great time. Lighting and all. I had a great time. Thank you very much.
Applause to Debbie, everyone. Where can we find you on social media, Debbie? Where can we find you on social media?
Oh, I actually am on. If any of you want to my show, I have a Facebook Live show Monday to Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Debbie Bazza, just the way my name is spelled. And I have on my page, I have different shows that I'm in, like your show. I have it on my page. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Debbie. I was laughing up. And you know what? If I was closer, I would help you with your lighting, but I'm all the way over I'm right here. I'm a little far to help you with that, but maybe we can help you later on. Thank you.
Thank you. I would appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. You know, I do have sleep apnea too, and I did try that My Pillow. I had to throw it away because I found out it was full of horse crap. Oh, yeah, that's why I couldn't sleep at night. Yeah, that's why. Right. Anyway, that was awesome, Debbie. You know what? We have some great comics coming up, and the next comic coming up, he's a very funny comic. I think he's at a rave. Please welcome Our next comic, Walter Gottlieb, everybody. Woo, 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 woo.
Woo! Hey, thanks very much, Aaron. I'm not at a rave, but I am coming to you all the way from Washington, D.C. tonight, or as we like to call it, Little Baghdad. Oops. Things are getting pretty crazy down here, okay? I mean, I want to shop at Banana Republic, not live in one. You know what I mean? They impeached Trump for a second time this week. A second time. Like, getting impeached twice is like getting circumcised twice, okay? And it hurts a hell of a lot more than the first time. Of course, if Trump is convicted, the Senate will hold a separate vote to bar him from ever having sex with a porn star again. All right, let's take a closer look at some of these morons that invaded my city, okay? Let's start with this guy known as the QAnon shaman, also known by his appropriated Native American name, Dances with Morons. Screw this guy, except that would be bestiality. Yeah. This guy looks like he fell into a far-right episode of the Flintstones. And there's this dude who took a break from marauding to challenge a Capitol Hill police officer to a dance-off. Kill Pelosi! Yeah.
Oh.
And this lady who was hungry for lunch during the riot and wanted to see if Congress had Cracker Barrel on speed dial. That's right. And then my favorite guy here, let's see, where is he? There we go. Richard Bingo, the gun nut who occupied Speaker Pelosi's office and pointed at his crotch as if to say, the reason I carry so many guns is I ain't got nothing down here. See? So I actually went down to the Capitol to check things out today, and there were, fences and National Guard everywhere, and the fences are supposed to be impenetrable, right? But one intruder slipped through. This suspected domestic terrorist claimed he wasn't a Trump nut, he was simply looking for nuts. He's now part of the FBI's counterterrorism team. So I actually was born in DC and grew up here. I was born at the tail end of the baby boom. And that basically means I'm too young to remember where I was when Kennedy was shot, and too high to remember what I was doing when I found out Elton John was gay. Yeah. Things were different when I was a kid. Like, adults would hit kids for no reason at all. Our kindergarten teacher actually gave the kids birthday spankings. One for each year. And I'm like, oh, hell no. So when my birthday rolled around, I asked my mom to write me a note to get out of it. And it said, "Dear Mrs. Mullins, Walter does not want a birthday spanking. He prefers a whip and some high heels." Yeah, gotta start him young. When I was 50, I bought a motorcycle and I joined a Jewish biker gang. Okay? Carmiya, it's called the Road Warriors. The Road. It wasn't a very fearsome name, and if anybody tried to mess with us, we'd shank them with a matzah. You have to say the blessing first. Hamotzi lechamim haaretz. You want a piece of this dry ass cracker? So I can break you off a piece. We can hide it, and whoever finds it wins a prize. It was wild living down south as a Jew. I lived in North Florida for 4 years, and some rednecks actually threatened to burn a cross on my lawn. And at first I was scared, and I'm like, burn a cross? Knock yourself out. The cross means nothing to me. Burn a pot roast, we're going to I think we're taking some of this COVID hygiene stuff a little too far. I saw at the hardware store the other day, paw sanitizer for dogs. paw sanitizer. And I'm thinking, does it really matter if 99.9% of the germs on my dog's paws are dead if he still eats cat poop? To me, it seems like a wash. Okay, I'm doing a lot of virtual doctor's office visits these days, but it's a little technically challenging for me because I'm middle-aged. I made one with the dermatologist, and they make you, upload a picture of whatever's bothering you before the appointment. But I messed up a little. I mixed up the dermatologist form with the sign up for this show. So if you got a picture of that rash on my ass, I'm so sorry, man. And no wonder when I asked the dermatologist what I had, he said a type 5. That's my time. I'm thrilled to be here. Thank you for having me.
A big round of applause for Walter. And where can we find you on social media?
You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Twitter under various variations of Walter Gottlieb or Walter J. Gottlieb.
All right. Thank you so much. And I was wondering what that email was. I do recommend some cream for about 2 weeks and call me in the morning. That's all I can say. I am not a doctor, but I do play one on YouTube. Oh my gosh. Woo. That's hard. Our next comic, he's been on here before. He has won my game on Friday nights called Bombing Run. And that's where I put 3 comedians against each other with a mysterious judge who decides who's the funniest of out of those 3. And now I have a co-host, Sergeant at Arms. So you might want to tune in for all of that because it's a fun show and it was up and we had a winner last night and it was a great show. So please welcome from Dallas, Texas, David Parsons, everybody. Woo!
Thank you, Aaron. It's good to be here. So it's hard to tell on Zoom, but I'm 6'8", and the first thing that people generally notice about me in real life is that I'm very tall. Okay, yes, I'm fat also. But I way prefer to focus on the metric that doesn't cause diabetes, heart disease, general social disapproval, crushed lawn chairs, scared looks when I head to the buffet line, desperation when I move to the middle seat on an airplane, or questions from small children about whether I have a baby in my tummy. But don't get me wrong, obesity's no laughing matter. I went to see a dietitian the other day and she said she was very concerned about my body mass index. She showed me on a chart and I left feeling totally dejected because I have no idea how I'm going to gain 3 feet in height. Oh, so I just got back from a family road trip to Colorado with my wife Lindsay and my 10-year-old daughter Sarah. Being the mature, responsible adult that I am, my first stop was, of course, the dispensary. Because inside every graying middle-aged lawyer, there's a Snoop Dogg just bursting the air. Oh, shizzle. Anyway, to cut a long story short, one ill-timed Maui Wowie infused caramel later, Sarah got to meet for the first time Hi Dad. I think she kind of liked him. Lindsay, not so much. Why is Daddy acting so silly? Sarah asked. I don't know whether she believed Lindsay's explanation of altitude. Well, I was high anyway. Or whether she just believed my sincere expression that I was very happy to be on vacation with my 2 favorite ladies. But she seemed to be okay, which wasn't really a surprise. She'd already met amusingly drunk Dad. 1 double espresso too many, Dad. And ambient sleepwalk Dad. And those went just fine. But I might leave it a little while before I introduce her to abuses fad diets because he kind of likes the hunger high dad. Stayed up all night doing a work project courtesy of borrowing one of her Adderalls dad. Or thinks she's a talking armadillo because of the shrooms dad. Okay, so being a road trip, we had to sort of listen to each other's music as we went. And I got to tell you that in my mind, the worst part of being a father is having to listen to my kids' really crappy music and to pretend to enjoy it.
Yeah.
There are plenty of culprits out there in the preteen music space. But to my mind, there are none worse than a group called the Kids Bop Kids. Perpetrators of the most heinous crime against music since Hanson Bop their way to the top of the charts. Now, I'm looking around. There's some people here of the age where they might have such children, but if you've not got a prepubescent girl in the house, you may not have heard of these little assholes. They're a collection of ridiculously chipper tweens who sing popular songs with all the adult words and concepts edited out. I'll give you an example. In the song TikTok, Kesha sings, "Before I leave, brush my teeth with a bottle of Jack, 'cause when I leave for the night, I ain't coming back." Kids Bop Kids sing, "Before I leave, brush my teeth, make sure I reach the back. I gotta sleep over tonight, and I've got to pack." The little turds are fooling no one. Now, while they do a variety of songs that are inappropriate for their target audience, there are some places they won't go. There's no My Neck, My Back by Kaya. There's no WAP. There's nothing at all by Lil' Kim. But kids, if you're going to go halfway on a concept, you've got to commit. I'm going to close my set by sharing with you a little Kids Bopified song that I did. Do you all know that classic by the 9 Inch Nails, Closer? Anybody?
No. No.
One that starts, "You let me violate you, you let me penetrate you." Well, my kids bopped it. And you want to hear a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's hear it.
"You let me snuggle with you. You let me have tea with you. You let me party dress you. You let me confide in you. Help me, I broke my Barbie dream house. Help me, I got no cookies to sell. Help me, the only thing that works for me. Help me get us somebody else. Make me hug you like stuff animal. I cuddle you at bedtime. I wanna hug you like a stuffed animal. My whole existence is fun. Get me closer to mom."
Oh, yes.
Maybe I'll send it to the Kids Boppers, or maybe I'll end it all if after some of the tweens sing Uptown Funk again. Well, you've been a fantastic audience, and I've been David Parsons. Cheers.
And David, where can we find you on social media?
You can find me on Facebook under David James Parsons, or you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at dparsonscomedy.
D Parsons Comedy. And he runs the Red Mic for Rampantly on Friday nights. That's a great open mic. Please go to that. It's fun. I've been on that. It's a blast. You talk about you were out in Colorado getting high. I grew up in Idaho, so I was already high. Oh wait. That wasn't quite the same, was it? Okay, never mind. Oh, but the thin air did make you feel a little bit lightheaded. That's all I can say. Oh, that explains some of the people there. I'm not part of all of those people. I'm sorry. They're just. I think they need to do some deep breathing out there. Need to get some more oxygen to the brain. But anyway. Oh, our next comic coming up to stage is a friend of mine through Hot Breath Comedy. If you don't know about that, that's a great little place for all us comedians to help write jokes, and it's a very supportive group. I want to give a big round of applause for our next comic, Dawn Davis Womack, everybody. Woo!
Oh, yes. You guys are so funny. This is so much fun. I'm loving it. Everybody else loving this?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. And it probably hasn't taken you long to notice that, yes, I do power walk in my yoga pants. And if the neighbors ask, this is wine in my hydro flask. That's right. My parents were cheap. They sent me to Catholic school so they'd only have to buy one outfit. And because they were Catholic, friends, this means that their form of birth control was more like, hey, let's just have some fun and see what happens. And I am the oldest of 7. Indeed,
wow.
Indeed. Now, when I was a kid, I talked to myself a lot and I was super self-conscious about it. But Mom said, don't worry, it's a sign of intelligence. So now when I speak to my husband, I feel like a genius. Thanks, Mom. I've been married for 21 years. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now this guy, 15 years into the marriage, we're at a wedding and I remark about how beautiful I think the bride's colors are. He looks at me, did we have colors? So to this day, the only time he ever notices that I've gone shopping is when the bag says Victoria's Secret on it. Now, any of you gone to college and they're sending you letters or calling you on the phone wanting money? Has anybody experienced this?
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes. Me too. My alum is WVU. I got a letter the other day and I called him up and I said, listen, I have got so much money to give that when you all break ground on that next new building, you'll be naming the first outhouse after me. In my mid-40s, I became an actor. In fact, Walter, you're up there in DC. One of my first gigs was House of Cards background actor.
Whoa.
How about it?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Way cool, right? Yeah. On set with Robin Wright and Kevin Spacey, the whole 9 yards. A lot of fun. Well, I turned 50 a year ago, and I read a Hollywood article about how roles for women drop sharply after the age of 30. So the next week, I went in and promptly auditioned for the role of 2 25-year-olds.
That's a good one.
I read Change Your Clothes, Change Your Life, written by this high fashion expert who recommends that you purge and rid your closet of anything that neither fits nor flatters you. So now I have an empty closet. And in fact, you are looking at the last things I have left. It's New Year's, time for new resolutions. Am I right? Am I right? Right? So I make a goal to do 1 pull-up this year. My Now my trainer takes me over to this assisted pull-up machine where you can use the whole stack of weights to lift yourself up, where it's maybe only 20 pounds you're doing, and I can't even do that. So yesterday I pulled up to the McDonald's, lifted a 20-ounce soda, skipped the gym, and called it good. Forget that. Yeah, and that last January, I was getting a hysterectomy, and I mean, hey, 50-year-old plus, don't you think that all the doctors look like they're in middle school? I mean, the first epidural doctor looked 13, it sounded competent, and I'm sure he knew what he was doing. And then at the end, he asked me if I had any questions, of which I had one, and it was, is this follow your dad to work day? I'm at home recovering, you know, and my husband says, hey, do you want some oxycodone? And I'm like, And Unless it's spelled W-I-N-E, then no, I don't. And that's when he proceeded to refill my hydro flask. Thank you all. You all have been great.
So Don Davis, Womack, everybody. And where can we find you on social media?
Oh, yes, you can give me a lot of help on social media. I don't know what I'm doing, but you can follow me on Instagram at Dawn Davis Womack, and on Facebook, my personal profile is Dawn Davis Womack, and I started a comedian page, Dawn Davis Womack Comedian.
That's great. So everybody go follow her on those social media sites, and I will have that listed in the YouTube video thing after the show. And you mentioned.
And just real quick. Oh.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I just wanted to say every Friday I put out a new joke that is prompted from the Hot Breath group, the writing group.
Cool. That sounds awesome. I was doing that, but I think I was just like,
every Friday on the page. Yeah.
Yeah. I was doing that for a while, and people are like, "What's going on with Aaron?" Oh, all right. So. Yeah, you said you've been married for what, 21 years?
21 years, right.
That is amazing. You know,
thank you.
I think I'm up at almost 8 years now, and I'm about to call it quits. The love affair with my car is over. So if anybody wants to buy a manual Dodge Dart with a rebuilt engine, just hit me up after the show, okay? That love affair is over, but my love affair with my wife is going on strong. In fact, in February we will be. I think it's 8 years. She's got to remind me. Is it 6 years? I don't know. I can't remember. So that's how good guys are. It's 2000. Oh, I think I'd have to go back. I think it's 6 years, 7 years. I don't remember. We've been together since 2012. We officially got married in 2015. So I can't do math very well. But I can guarantee you that's such fun when she tries to remind me every year, what you have to get me something. What year is it? Is it wood? I can get you. But then she proceeds to hit me with it. All right, I'm gonna go to our next comic. She has been on this show a few times. She is the creator of my promo images for this Justin News Comedy Club now. She is a wonderful person to work with, and she is very funny. Please welcome Miss Meike, everybody. Woo, 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 woo.
Thank you. Dawn just mentioned Victoria's Secret, and I myself, I'm not a woman that likes going shopping at the store, and I feel like I don't want to know Victoria's Secret unless it's how to save more than 15% on car insurance.
Yay.
Did anybody else get excited about the new stimulus check we got?
Yeah.
I got excited too because for me personally, that means the government stimulated me more than my ex-boyfriend. And it lasted a lot longer than him too. Last year when the pandemic started and everybody started wearing masks, it kind of like gave me a flashback of one of my childhood fears. And as a kid, I always was scared of beards. And now I feel like every time I run into a guy that I like, I feel like, what if he's hiding a mustache under this mask? Because I kind of want to leave the job of making me cry to my family members. But my parents did teach me patience in that way. Like when I was a kid, I had to wait for the water to warm up to do the dishes. I had to wait for the internet to dial up. I had to wait for my mom to love me. Well, eventually she did decide to love me. It just took for me to move 5,000 miles away from home.
Ouch.
My friends always ask me, what made you decide to do comedy in your 30s? So I tell them, I'm in my 30s, I don't have kids, so I needed to find another reason for you to not support me. Last week I've been having mice living in my wall, and last week I finally caught one. So of course I had to release it back into the wild. So the next day I took it out, and believe me or not, it really made me cry. It actually made me cry more than at my last breakup. But actually, scratch that. That's not true. I didn't cry when I let go of my ex-boyfriend.
Oh.
Because I came to the conclusion that I have a heart for mice, just not for rats.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
burn.
I still am recovering from a breakup. By that I mean I have one more credit card bill, and then I'm finally free. One of my friends tried to set me up with one of his friends, kind of like a blind date. And I was like, all right, sure, just give him my number. And he's told me he'd be great for you. He's a great guy. He's perfect. So, and he was right. I don't have to make any arrangements. I don't have to change around my calendar because he like never texts and he hasn't asked me out yet. And I haven't met him yet in person, and he already made it into my comedy material. So he's perfect. During lockdown, I went back on my birth control, mainly for the reason to keep track of what day of the week it is. But I feel like instead of taking birth control, I can either stop shaving or tell people that I'm vegan. And I can tell you, it's been working great because I've been meat-free for 2 years now. Yeah, technology has come a long way, and it's actually hard to tell real meat from fake meat now. I just wish the batteries would last a little longer. I'm gonna leave you on this one. I know meat substitutes are not everybody's favorite, but ever since I switched, I haven't had any fake orgasms. Thank you, everybody.
Just like everybody. And I assume the social media on the brick wall is where we can find you on Facebook and Twitter and
Exactly.
Instagram.
Yeah, that's my Instagram and Twitter handle. If you go on Facebook, it's just Miss Meike.
Cool. You're so great. Thank you so much for being the promo
Thank
creator and being such a fun comic. And I laughed so hard at all your jokes. That was so amazing. You know, I grew up out in Idaho, and so I know what mice in the walls are, but I was in a bunk bed, and I was literally this close to the ceiling. I mean, that close. And I had a mouse rodeo going on for a while. You'd hear him in the middle of the night going, yeehaw, yeehaw. I was waiting, you know. Some of them made the 8-second ride. I would be the judge. I'd give them a little 10, maybe a 9.5. They were doing all right. But, mice are terrible. So we are almost to the end of our show. And it's been a great show. We've had some amazing comics, but this comic coming up is a friend of mine. And we met through a feedback mic that Jareth Johnson runs. And now we made it a little kind of a private group mic, feedback mic we do on Tuesdays. And if you get invited, you're special to us. So please welcome to the stage my friend Carmiya.
Woo!
Thank you. People are always messing up my name because Carmiya isn't a name. It's really more of a lead into the question. What? I'm Jewish and I was born in Spain. My parents picked a Hebrew name that sounds Spanish so I could sneak through the next Inquisition. My name's really uncommon, even in Israel, where the number of people with a Hebrew name is everyone. This is an actual conversation I had while I was there. Carmiya? Don't you mean Carmiel? No, I mean, what would I said? Why would I get my own name wrong? I'd like to go on a silent meditation retreat, but they're too expensive. It's okay though. If any of my jokes don't work, free retreat for everyone. I didn't wear mascara tonight because I like to be real and honest. And if you can't even trust my eyelash length, where does that leave us? According to traditional Judaism, men are turned on by a woman's hair, so married women have to cover it. This frizzy, greasy mom hair is an aphrodisiac of biblical proportions. If it weren't for my scarf, I'd be fighting off suitors with a burp cloth. I have a different scarf for every occasion. There's my hiking scarf and my workout scarf and my shopping for more scarf. My shower scarf is made from real swim caps. When I flirt with a mailman, I wear a scarf. I work out most days, and you can tell by my buff arms and my toned back and my gigantic gum line. A little bit about my husband. His tattoo is my love potion. It's of a vine with leaves, and it's wrapped around his man hunk swole bicep. This explains our fourth kid. My push-up scarf explains our fifth. Carmiya is Hebrew for doesn't know when to stop. So this year I celebrated my 20th anniversary. Breastfeeding. Many folks don't know a lot about breastfeeding, so let me take you undercover. Nursings do peculiar things. One of mine used to pinch the skin under my chin and twist it. That was less mother-child tender moment and more facelift without narcotics. Another child used to pull hair from my head and put that in his mouth first. At least it's low carb. My least favorite is when they reach across my body and grab the other side, like, haha, that one's next. I'm all for double fisting, but ow. It felt like an hors d'oeuvres waiter trapped at a wedding.
Can I say yes? Yes.
Would you like to try the stuffed mushrooms? This one's very good. I also want that one. I'm gonna hold on to it. After weaning my youngest, someone asked me if I had mixed feelings about it. Is hell no a feeling? I didn't have so much luck with the fellas when I was in high school. Frizzy hair and repeated phone calls are surprisingly ineffective. By the time I got to college, I desperately wanted a boyfriend. I wasn't picky. The main requirement was they say Carmiya correctly. And I was flexible on that. I did eventually find someone for a college relationship. It was pretty serious. We went out for 9 breakups.
Oh my God.
He kept putting me back in. Mom, don't you go anywhere. It finally ended when he was fired from his job at the library for stealing books. Missed the memo about the free rentals. Hello. Also, it's not really true. I totally dated him after that. There are a lot of medical issues in my family. All told, my children have had Epilepsy, eczema, asthma, cradle cap warts, Lyme disease, lice, pet allergies, food allergies, a broken
Sounds like
arm,
us.
dead wedding, lice again, pneumonia, ADHD, inner ear surgery, strep of the blood, and a partridge in a pear tree. Food allergies suck. Where my anaphylaxis at? Anyone? No one? Enjoy your food. So one son can't have peanuts, dairy, sesame, tomatoes, yeast, eggs, and tree nuts, but there's still a lot he can eat. He enjoys his own hair. I don't let him eat mine anymore. When he was a toddler, he also ate dust bunnies. At least they're free range. And the way I keep house, sustainable. So when they test for food allergies, the results are from 0 to 100, and the numbers indicate how likely it is that you'll have a reaction and something or other. I don't understand. You shouldn't eat anything above a 10. My son's dairy results are so high, they don't actually begin with a number. There's a greater than sign followed by the number 100. Thanks for laughing at him. Okay. He has a greater chance than certain that he will react to eating dairy. There is no doubt. I have perfect faith in it. See, science and religion can coexist. Now, I just pre-order the ambulance when I serve yogurt-covered dust bunnies. Sometimes you're approved for a food challenge at the hospital. That's where you eat like small bites of a food to see if you can tolerate it. But my son's dairy results are so high, they had to see if he could tolerate thinking about it. They sat him down. They sat him down and whispered into his ear, Gouda. Itchy eyes. Okay. Breathe. No throat swelling. Cheese whiz. Breaks out in hives, has trouble breathing. It turns out he's not only crazy allergic to dairy, he's also pathetically American. I try to be really organized to manage all of the kids' medical appointments, but not everyone appreciates that. My middle schooler requested that I no longer write out our family's daily schedule because she wants more spontaneity. When she told me that, I had a really rude thought. It's a good thing she's the one with the epilepsy because nothing says surprise like seizures. I'll let you guys recover from that for a moment. Okay. So we all went camping last summer, and the best month for camping with a large family, somewhere between May and when life's not hard enough at home. Camping entails buying special items to use in the woods, bringing them to the woods, and losing them in the woods. It's impossible to keep track of everything. To help out, I tricked out my camping scarf with cargo pockets. On this side, bug spray and tent stakes, and on this side, a washcloth and all the reasons we shouldn't have gone. We came home from camping with 5 fewer towels and no plans to return, which is a shame because I left a kid there. He'll be fine. He can survive on hair. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Aaron. This was great.
Oh my God. Oh, where can we find you on social media, Carmiya?
It's a very annoying long title, but can you put it in the chat? It's like facebook.com, blah, 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 blah. You just have to spell my name.
Facebook.com/blah, blah, 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 blah. It will be listed in the on the YouTube thing, no problem. Thank you so much, Carmiya. And I know my sister actually survived on hair. She kept eating her own for the longest time. I don't think she ate food. I'm pretty sure she didn't eat food. But you guys are so fun. All right, that was our show for tonight, guys. I want to thank Debbie Bazza, Walter Gottlieb, David Parsons, Don Davis Womack, Miss Meike, and Carmiya. Let's all give them a big round of applause. All right, let's give them. All right, and I want to give a big round of applause to Jarrett Johnson, who's making this go so smoothly tonight.
Yes.
Let's get yourself up here, Jarrett.
Yes.
Woo!
Jarrett is doing 5 nights a week of feedback mic now. And so now he's dancing with Santa Claus. But he's doing feedback night 5 nights a week. You can go find him up on Facebook. He'll put it in the group chat thing. If you want to work out some sets, that's a great place to go work them out. And he's why I'm here right now. I'll tell you right now, it's not even a hot breath, all of that. It's because of his feedback mic that I'm standing here doing this right in front of you guys. So thank you so much, Jarrett. And I want to thank Miss Meike once again for making the promo images. I am a shoddy photo designer, and she's been doing a great deal of those promo images. I just sent her the pictures, she puts them together, and she makes it look so good. So let's give a big round of applause for her one more time. Incorporated into the team without even knowing it. That's how it works. Yeah, I slowly just build a team. You guys just kind of just get added on whether you like it or not. Oh, you do like it. That's all, I'm kidding. But that's our show for tonight, guys. And we're going to have another show on the 23rd. The 30th, there will not be a show. I have a birthday coming up, and that's when my family said, we can't have it on your birthday. We'll have to have it earlier. So there's no show on the 30th.
He just needs an extra week to prepare because he's getting old.
Yeah, you're right. I'm going to be 5-0, and I don't, so I can finally say I'm 5-0. I'm Hawaii 5-0. So that's all I got to do is move there.
No way.
So there will be a show on the 23rd. So stay tuned next week. We got 6 more great comics coming up. That was it for tonight. This has been an oddly funny production, folks. Good night, everybody.
This has been an oddly funny production.